Hi, hi. Now I'll try to talk directly to the camera. I'm not 100% comfortable with it, but I have in a long time thought about try to do it. So now I do it. So where I'm at here in the shop, I have not gotten made so much about the bandsaw. I have started the bandsaw. I have something to change on it, and that will be a video of. But I've got my boat up, and everything went well, and she's lying on here in my backyard now. I have thought about filming when the crane lift her into my backyard, but I have to hold a rope so she don't spin up in the air. So it is a little difficult. Maybe I could put the camera, just let it roll, and then you could see how the crane is lifting her in. I think if I could do that to the spring. My neighbor took some pictures of it from there, over from where they live, and I'll put them in so you can see it. And I have a few more pictures. Then I'll show you just after this. And then I think we'll go up in the boat and just have a look at what I have done to winter protect the engine. So let's go out. You can see these pictures here now, and then we will take a little look up in the boat. I hope that's okay to talk to it. Tell me what you think. Okay.
Here is a picture from the spring when the crane is lifting up the boat. Here you can see my boat hanging up over my house. It's a little bit scary when it's doing that, but I know everything is controlled, and he is certified in every way. The crane man, so everything is checked every year, but it's still scary when it's hanging up there, and when she's sitting on her keel again, and then whew. But I don't think he ever dropped something. He's really good at doing this, and he keeps his equipment in a really good condition. So I know I'm not, but it is scary. But here's a picture of it. And here we have the engine. And let's see if I can point. There is salt water coming in to cool the engine, and up there's running a hose over to a valve over there. This one there. There I can close from the salt water or the cooling water from the outside, and it is coming in to that filter there, and then in another hose down under here. I hope you can see it, up to the pump there, and then it is being pumped. Oh no, that's coming up here, and then into the pump, and then into the heat exchanger here. It's all this is stainless steel and brass. So and there are some tubes running in here. So they cool the cooling water in the engine. So the salt water and the cooling water are not in touch with each other, and then it's going to be pumped out into the exhaust here, and to I think you call it a muffler, a water muffler down under there, and then out. So it's a cold exhaust system. The water that comes from the outside, that can freeze. So there must not be any water in here or in the heat exchanger here that can freeze. Then we have trouble. So I do this at that. I just put just a hose from the water tap with fresh water and start the engine, and then I just flush it through with not salt water, fresh water. And when I have done that, I put a bucket on the exhaust, and then I put some cooling water, the same as you use in the car, in here, and let it suck that through the system. And so you can also try to open it. You can see it's that blue cooling fluid that is down there. So now the engine can't freeze. And here, down here, the cooling water to the engine is that I don't touch, because they don't have any connection. And just before, let's try to do this, and just before I take the boat up, I change the oil, so that the few minutes I sail and do this here, the new oil comes in the engine, and then I just leave it now to the winter. I have the hood I put over it, and just for fun, you can see I have a little Christmas tree here that there is light on in the evening, and it look fine when I can see. You can see. You can't see it, but just over my window to my room where I sleep, it's just over there, so I can look out on my boat just out in my sleeping room. So let's go into the shop and have a look at the bandsaw. This is just outside my room where I sleep, so I have my boat just right outside here. But you can see the Christmas tree. I think it look fine. Now I have my bandsaw here. If you have seen my previous videos, it's my plan that should be moved out to another room out in my shed. But I want to make some changes on it with the suction. You can see the suction is down here, and that is from let's try, you can see it, it's the same suction there that comes up there, the bigger tube. You can see there's a smaller tube up there, that is from my vacuums. And when I suck from the bigger wood chips, they are perfect, they are going fine, they suck fine, the bigger wood chips from the planer. But I'm not sucking enough here to take the sawdust from the can you see, the blade is running down here. So I want to change that. I want to close
down here and have some suction on it from my two vacuums out there. They are more, they suck a little more, and I have taken some of it's a piece of drain pipe. I use that to make that to the vacuums here. They are cheap and they're easy to get. And here is the wheel. The band it is running on like this. Oh, that needs a little oil, that bearing, yeah. But let me say, I hope I can show you this. The band is running down here. So my thought is this one here and should be sitting here. It can just be there. So the band is running down. It will be something like that. Let's try. And then the band is running in that little slot there. And then the suction is up here. I hope that could take some of the sawdust a little better than the one down there. So that I'll try to do, but I need to make a hole here. I don't have a hole saw to drill in metal, so I think I'll do it the old school way, just to drill some holes in here and then do it with a file. That can be done. So I'll try to start to do that. Now I have got it almost out. It's not the most pretty way to make a hole, but I have some part work to do, then I think I can make it look better. Now I have been filing the hole. It's a little overall hole because you can see this, and it will be sitting somewhere around there. And I have made a holder here to it, and it shall sit here to hold it. Also, so I can, there's a little possible to adjust it this way and this way here. So I think it's looked like it is working, but let's take that one off here again. And this one here have to sit there. I have drilled 2 holes in here, and this one shall sit here. With they are maybe too long, but 2 5mm screws. But let's go on the other side. There is a little problem. Now we are on the other side, and here this one, it should turn like this. Can you see it in there? That's what's holding the table. And these screws I have
if I put them in there, you can see that is not gonna work. But on the back side here, you can see they are just raised a little with 4, I think bosses are not what you call it, up here. And I should have had a screw that was countersinked, but I think I will make 2 screws. I'll countersink these 2 holes here, and then make 2 screws. I don't have some countersink screws, but I have here my lathe now, so I'll make 2 screws that fit in here and countersink these 2 holes. So let's do that. Yes, now we are at the lathe. I tried to put the camera on the other side, but it is hanging on the edge there. That's not good. I really think I have seen Double Boost have something he called a sky hook over his lathe to hold his camera. I could really like to make something like this he have. But let's make a taper on the screws. I have put the compound here in 45-degree angle because it is a 90-degree countersink I'll use, so that should fit together. Let's try to make it. Yes, I really think that I can leave the hex knot on here, and it can be so I can use that to tighten it. But let's take a look at that. Now let's take a look at it. I try to put it in here, and this one should be sitting there. Yes, I can feel there are room behind it. So that was lucky. I could have made a slot in it, so I'd use it as a normal screw. But this here is working. I can get a socket on like this, so I can tighten it. So that is working. It's of course too long, but I'll shorten it. I'll make the other one, and then we'll probably try to put it together. Now I have shortened, can you see it there, the screw, and turned it in the end also. So it's fine. But let's try to put it together. I'll try to put the band in here in a little while, but let's just try to put it. Oh yes. Now let's see if the wheel can. That is not much room, but can be there. But I'll just try to put the band in, and then we will just take a look at how if it is working. Now I have put the blade in. So you see now it is running there. Let's try to go a little closer so you can see. I think that could work. Yeah. Now the sawdust is coming from the band here, and the suction here. That must could take the sawdust. Oh, I hope the door can close. I haven't tried that. Let's try that. Oh, let's just try and find a screwdriver. Here you can see it from the top, and there will be suction all over the place here. That must could take it. So I think we are finished here. You can see, maybe I should make a little project out of it. You can see up here there are these two. I have taken them out now, that holding the band, but in this saw here there's nothing in the bottom. There are can you see? I don't know if it's possible to see. There are a wheel under here that hold the back of the blade, but there were something. There was the one of them, like this one here, to hold the blade in there, and that's one in the other side. You see it is broken there to hold it. When I made it, I sat and thought of, now I have my lathe and the mill, could I make it so it is the same? Could I make it the same way as up here? There's more support here to the blade. it's pretty simple. The bottom here, you can see that's another color. That one had been broken here. So I have made, that was actually the first thing I ever made on the mill. That was these two things to hold these, try to see if I can get it off, like this. You can see it's, try to focus it here. Yeah, you can see it's pretty simple made. It's just a bearing on a piece of round stock that I could make, and something to hold it like this. That it could be a project for itself, but let's see what I'm thinking of. Then there will be support. I think a more expensive and bigger bandsaw, there are support both in the top and in the bottom. So let's see what I'm thinking of.
Now, that was what I had for you this time. I hope you enjoyed it, and that I'm trying to talk to you directly here, so I hope that's okay. And I have some more things to the bandsaw to make, and that will be in the next video. There where the hose is ending, I have to make something there, and that will I also make a video of. So thank you for watching.